This is the Nang selection on Radar Radio, and if you just joined us, I've got the guy Knucks standing in front of me. What you can hear underneath me is Told You. How old is this one?
2014.
2014.
2014, yeah.
You're on this thing from a minute still.
Yeah, man, I've been doing my thing still.
How's life? How's everything?
Everything is good now, man. Everything is really good. Like, the music is getting the attention it deserves now, so I appreciate all the love that everyone's showing and that.
Why do you do music? I have to hit every artist with this question. I need to establish what we're doing in this interview if you're really about this thing.
Boy, I do music just for the love of it. I know everyone must say that, but like, I love doing music, innit? Like, I love making stuff that I like myself, that the music I make, I like. So yeah, I just do it because I like making stuff.
See, online and when the videos, I thought you're playing this game of man's cool and humble, but standing in front of you, you are very chilled out and mellow. Where does that all come from? Is it like, do you smoke a lot of weed, or is it like just in your feelings a lot and you get out and music? What is it? Talk to me.
This is how I am, man. I'm naturally like this. Like, I didn't really have to. When I started music, I didn't even smoke, and people were telling me that I was chilled out. So when I did, people started to really recognize that this is my persona. So they characterize my music with me, basically.
What music did you grow up listening to?
Grime, like when I was
what?
younger.
So you listen to grime and you come up with this?
Yeah, man, because the type of grime that I used to make was like, you know them sampled grime beats, like, so they're like R&B classics, but it's grime.
Okay.
They're the kind of beats I liked, innit? But there weren't many of them about, so I started making them myself. And then that's how I got into making.
So you produce as well?
Yeah.
Produce, rap, do you sing?
Nah, I don't
You
sing.
can't sing. Why don't you sing? Have you tried to sing?
No.
Are you ashamed of your singing key? What key do you sing in? B flat major?
I don't know nothing about the keys, man. I don't know nothing. Ask DJ Khaled, man.
Mad. Oh, that's a good segue. I like that. So what's forthcoming with you? What's now? Because I got you on Industry Takeover the other week. You or Snowy. People were telling me, yo, who is this guy? I'm like, you should listen to Nang Selection more often, but that's a different story. So what's coming up next with you? What have you done? What can people find?
Right now, I've got 3 videos up on SBTV. So I got the tune that was just playing, Told You. I got 21 Candles, which is up there, and I got Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is just new to come on SBTV. I also got another song on my SoundCloud called Big Kahuna, and I'm dropping something really soon called Used To, and my next single is called Used To.
Where's that going to be dropped? On Nang's channel or?
We can sort that out.
Hey,
we can sort
Sick live.
Yeah.
Have you actually watched Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, of course.
What are your favourite films? I'm curious.
Well, Pulp Fiction is one of them. City of God, I love that film.
Mad film. The subtitles got me. Like, I have to watch it like 3 times before I was like in it.
This is how I know it's a sick film, because after the first time I watched it, I didn't even deep that it went in English. Like, you know when you look back to it and think, wow, I was reading the whole time. I didn't deep that I was reading. So that's how I know it's like a up there film. So that film, there's a film called Crash that I like.
Is that Denzel? No, Ludacris is in that, right?
Yeah. I just like films with like alternate stories and that, like Quentin Tarantino films.
Have you seen Vantage Point?
Nah.
Oh, come on, you're slipping then.
Who's that?
Vantage Point. Oh, it's got, is it Forrest Whitaker? Basically, someone gets shot and then you see it from like 7 different perspectives. You have to like figure out who's
That's the
who's
kind
the
of
shooter.
film I would watch. That I like that.
I think I got like a VCD of it somewhere at home. I'll send it your way. But until then, 21 Candles from Knucks. So obviously we just heard 21 Candles. I'm sure there's a question that bare people have been asking you, like, who is actually Agatha? Is that a real girl? Are you out here like that?
Now you see what it is, yeah. With that, in my tunes, I usually use real people, so real experiences in my life, but I just change the name in it to whatever suits the rhyming pattern. So Agatha is a real person, but
her name's not that.
Yeah, she's not Agatha. I'm not gonna bait out her real name like that.
Why not, man? You should keep the lyrics real. You get me?
It's not nice, man. My mum taught me better than that, man.
Swear down, shout out, mum. So what? You a gallus like that then, or?
Nah.
Nah. No?
Nah, man.
Is that the final answer?
Yeah. Man.
So no one's going to tweet us now and be like, wait, hold on.
Nah,
I'm not Agatha.
Nah.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Nah.
Do you want one?
Not right now, nah.
Why is that? It's cuffing season. Don't you want to get that one thing that you can just rendezvous to?
Nah, do you know what it is? I feel like this is something my sister told me. Like, your 20s is your selfish years, isn't it? So that's when you're meant to be focusing on yourself and making sure that in your 30s everything's there, innit? So if I've got another person in my life that I'm meant to be focusing on as well, that's not me being selfish.
I can't argue with siblings and advice, to be honest. I hear that. I don't disagree. I'm just thinking to myself, that's time management, innit? You can do both, right? Right?
You could, but
you just don't want to. You want to be out here
slanging.
Yo, naughty guy. I free it already. How is family? Have they influenced you or helped you in life in general? Is it a tight-knit group, or do you all like have your own individual destinies?
No, my family's pretty, well, for the most part, close, like, especially my immediate family. So with rhyming and writing and that, I got it from my sister. Mm-hmm. So she's been doing poetry from a young age, and like, I used to steal her poems and pretend they were mine sometimes.
What, you used to like change the flow, make it raps, or you just actually...
And I actually took her poems and said they were mine. One time I made like a PowerPoint presentation and everything.
Oh, that's mad.
Including sound effects, but...
Oh, it's all mad.
So from there, like, I've always had like the love for like rhyming words together, and because I was always good at like English lit and stuff, it's just worked.
Is music a full-time career at this moment, or do you like work or do uni or on the roads, as they say?
Nah, right now I've had to come back to redo a module for my animation course that I was doing last year. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm doing. I'm part-time at uni, part-time doing music right now. Is
it at that stage where like you walk through university and then people are like, oh my God, that's not about it, and start sweating and dropping on the floor? Not yet, no?
I'm ghost, boy. When I go into uni, like, I go in at times where no one's really about, so I'm not trying to run into all of that attention.
I don't. You got a good poker face still. Can't even argue.
I'm being serious. I'm not lying to you. I'm being serious.
You're not even hitting bare Agatas in uni.
Nah, man. I'm good. Why does no one believe you?
The Agatha line is too poignant, to be fabricated.
What can I say, man?
What artists do you listen to?
So in terms of rap, I like MF Doom. I like a lot of MF Doom. Mm-hmm. Currency. Rappers, man.
More closer to home. Who from the UK do you enjoy?
From the UK, I like A2. There's this guy called Keys. I like Keys. I think he's from North. Yeah, I don't really listen to that much UK artists. I listen to a lot of old school soul and R&B and stuff. Okay. And like, all the time I'm always putting myself onto old artists, but ones I've never heard of before. So yeah, I listen to a lot of that. I like Sade, Anita Baker, Rochelle, Ferrell.
Educated, I hear that.
Yeah, man, do my stuff.